So I love asking this question because I think about it a lot is, someday you're going to die and your kids are going to sit around after your funeral and talk about you and tell stories about you. And what do you want them to be saying about Josiah in that moment?
Yeah, I would like for them as well as others to say, he honored God with his life. He loved people, before himself, and he lived a bold life. That's what I would like to do. So and obviously, like, I fall short of this a lot, but if you leave life and you can say that you tried to help people best you could, and when you screwed up, you kept trying, like, that's what I want. And I think honoring God, like, my faith is such a big deal to me. I think honoring God kind of takes care of a lot of it. Like, if you're honoring God, then a lot of that stuff takes care of itself. But I just don't want to live a timid life that sat on my talents, that played too conservative. I want to get out there and live, and I want to teach them, like, failure's okay. Like, and sometimes failure's messy. People say, oh, failure's great, so you're learning and all this. Sometimes failure's like, people are like, what's wrong with that guy? Like, he's failing. Like, but as long as you don't give up, as long as you keep going, then you can turn it around and you can get better from it. Some of the worst failures turn into the biggest victories. So yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What do you love about your wife?
Oh man, I know people probably always say this, but I feel like I way outpunted my coverage. Like, my wife, when I met my wife, I was like, outside of, like, this girl's hot, this girl's attractive. Like, she was working in homeless ministry at the time, and when I went down to this homeless ministry after church, she, like, knew all the people down there. She knew all of them. And I was like, man, this girl's different. Like, because a lot of girls I knew were, like, terrified to go be involved in stuff like that. And she was out there, meeting people, getting involved in stuff. And she just got a heart for people. Like, she's a counselor. So she connects with people faster than anybody I've ever met in my life. And she helps people with their problems. And sometimes, like, real estate, I think sometimes you can kind of feel like you're not making a difference. Like, you're just getting transactions done.
Yeah.
She goes and runs her counseling, practice. And it's like she's helping people with depression, anxiety, suicidal, all this stuff that's, like, direct impact, like, changing people's lives, and I'm jealous of that. So I love how great she is at connecting with people.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right, time for the wrap up. What are you excited about in your life coming up? What's happening soon?
Man, I'm just excited for what God has in store, and, like, I'm excited, like, talking about The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. Like, I'm working on a YouTube channel.
Okay.
The name of that is Trails and Forts, and it's about
Trails and
Forts. It's about living a life of adventure. Going back to when I was a kid, riding trails, building forts out in the woods.
That's great,
that kind of stuff. And I want to go out there and be bold, live a life of adventure, connect with people. Do awesome stuff. And talking about living a better life, like, my income from my real estate is allowing me to do stuff like be here right now. Work on this YouTube channel. I want to get a nonprofit going, try to help a lot of people through that. So that's what I'm most excited about going forward, and just raising my kids. Yeah.
So where can people find you, find your Instagram, and hopefully follow your YouTube channel when you launch that? Where can people find you at?
Yeah. So the Instagram is just my name. It's Josiah Smelser. So
How do you spell your last name?
Smelser.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can find me there, and then I've got a link tree there with all the other links. So it's got a link to the YouTube channel. I've got a podcast, which it was Daily Real Estate Investor, but I rebranded that to Josiah Smelser Show. So it's just my name. And it's the reason being is I've branched out from just real estate to more mindset, conquering limiting beliefs kind of content. So there's a link to that. That's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all that. And then, I'd love to connect with everybody that's willing and interested. So
cool, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming on. And you have a book too. I want to plug the book. Yeah, what's your book?
Yes, Dream It and Build It.
Okay.
How to Crush Your Real Estate Investing Goals.
And that's on Amazon?
Yeah, and I'm working on getting that on Audible. So
cool.
I've had that request. Yeah, I got to do that. But
well, now you got a deadline. When the episode comes out, it's got to be on Audible.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on the show, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, dude. It was a blast.
Yeah.
Three-way.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Three-way.
There we go.
Oh, I miss it. We always.
There we go.